back. In today's video, we're gonna review the OPI Spring 2021 collection, which is called Hollywood. And you can tell, the theme is gonna be Hollywood. And the names are super funny. The colors are very, very pretty. And it's made up of 12 polishes, which is the usual OPI number of polishes. Sometimes they do extras and we may end up with 15. Sometimes they do collections that are just 6. But this one's 12. And so that's it. I didn't get this collection from anybody. There's no sponsorship or anything. I bought this myself because I wanted to review it for you guys as soon as possible. And so here we are. So let's get into the swatches. And as usual, remember that the video is not as color accurate as the picture. And furthermore, I found that a bunch of these colors, they're cream colors that actually make a big difference in different lighting. So remember that my swatch pictures are in a kind of light box situation where it's artificial light directly on the polish, which is going to show you the undertones and all of that. But remember, if you bring the light down, the color is going to change. There's no way around that, but just keep that in mind. So very bright light, you can see all the colors. If you take it out of there into like a more shadowy or regular indoor lighting, the color is going to be a little bit more toned down. So let's get into the swatches. The first polish is award for best nails goes to, and this is like a super dark blurple, okay? I tried to see if it was blue. I don't think it's just blue. I don't think it's just purple. So the only thing I can think of is very dark blurple, and that's what we're gonna go with. This was opaque for me in 2 coats, and it does have a jelly squishy type of formula. It's actually pretty delicious, to be honest. I'm glad it wasn't a cream color because I don't know, we've seen that before, and I kind of like that this was the jelly formula. The next polish is called Oh, You Sing, Dance, Act, and Produce. And this is like what is this? Like a very saturated kind of like lilac lavender type of color. It's not the pastel-y type of purple. It's the typical good OPI cream. It was opaque for me in 2 coats and a shorter nail length. I think this can be opaque in 1 coat for a lot of you. And also, I do feel like it has a little bit of like gray undertones, but I don't know if that's a thing. The next color is called Destined to be a Legend, and this is like a gray with green undertones. I don't know if you guys can tell here. You will be able to tell, I think, in the picture, and it is beautiful. You guys know I love grays and greens and gray greens and all of that. These shades are just so delicious. It looks great, and the formula was amazing. So we're gonna have to do some comparisons. Beautiful polish. Love this one. Next up, we have Rated PEA-G. You guys are gonna see the spelling. Super cute. And this is like a jade green. Very springy. This is perfect. This is beautiful. The formula is amazing. All the colors here were opaque for me in 2 coats, so I think I'm gonna stop saying that. Because I'll be like, opaque for me in 2 coats, opaque. They're all opaque in 2 coats. And this one is beautiful. It is a very, very springy jade color. It's bright enough, but not too bright that it feels like a summer color. It is perfectly springy. And this, for the girls that do floral nail art, you guys are gonna love this because it has that specific springy floral grain, that you use for the details. So, and it's so opaque and saturated that this is gonna be great for you guys that do freehand. You're gonna love it. Next up, we have Behind the Scenes, and this is a pale yellow color, very springy, very beautiful. It's kind of white based, and you guys know yellows tend to be complicated. On the swatch, I did do 2 coats, and I think I would wear it in 2, but I think my swatch could have benefited from a 3rd coat in the picture. I kind of did a thinner coat on the 1st coat and kind of like loaded it a little bit more on the 2nd so that I didn't need a 3rd. But I feel like it still would have benefited from a 3rd coat. So maybe just do 3 thin coats and then it's gonna be gorgeous. The tones of this are beautiful. And I think there is a very small hint in here of like red. So this might be a red tone yellow. But it doesn't look red or orange or anything. It looks very yellow, but I do see some red in there. Next up, we have I'm an Extra, and I don't know how to describe these colors very well. It's like a blushy pink, but kind of like very saturated. Like, it doesn't feel pale or anything. Like, it feels like it has a lot of color. So I think maybe this is like a blush. What do you guys think this is? I think it's blush. It doesn't have like mauve in it. I don't see any like mauvey undertones. But maybe it is. I don't know. It just feels like a very saturated blush. Next up we have Movie Buff, and this one is like a pale pink, but it's white based. And the same situation here than with the yellow. I think I could have benefited from 3 coats, but still was good enough in 2. So to wear it, I wouldn't do 3, but for the swatch, I should have, but I didn't. So, but anyways, I mean, it was good enough at 2 coats that I didn't do the 3rd. And this color is gonna be popular. You guys ask me about pale pinks all the time, and I think this one is just the right amount of pink so that it doesn't look too pink, but you can tell it's not white. It's very, very good. And it is white based, like it's not a squishy jelly type of finish, but I think this one you guys are gonna really, really, really like it. The next one is Hollywood and Vibe, and it's a little bit more pink than the previous one, so just keep that in mind. They're very, very similar, but this one pulls a little Pepto-Bismol. Is that a word? Like, you know, Pepto-Bismol has that specific type of pink. This one's that, but like super light. I don't know how to explain that. Pepto-Bismol. That's the best thing I can think of, but not really, because Pepto-Bismol is like super bright pink. This one's not. This is like Pepto-Bismol with like a lot of white. But it does have more pink than the previous, so keep that in mind. Also, same situation, white base, 2 coats. Might need 3, but 2 might be okay. So, all right. Next up, we have SUZI calls the Paparazzi, and this one feels like this one, but more pink, and this one's more blush beige. You can see the difference. Same situation, fantastic formula, 2 coats, a little bit more springy, more like more pink, pinkier. How do you say it? Is it more pink or pinkier? Pinker? Has more pink. That's all I know. But it's very good. The formula is amazing. Very good job. And a lot of comparisons are going to come with this one because a lot of colors look like this. So we'll see. Next up, we have 15 minutes of flame. And this one, you guys, this color looks like it glows on the nail. On my swatch here, you're gonna see 2 coats, but oh my God, like I was trying for the picture to match reality. It's like pink, but like jewel toned, and it's actually gorgeous. And I know some of these colors sometimes look like vintage, like old, but man, these pinks are so pretty. And like I said, it just felt like it glowed on the nail, so I think it was really good. I think for summer, this is gonna be super fun. I know it's a spring color, but that's fine. Very, very beautiful. The glow on this got me like, very nice. I don't know if it's something that I would normally wear, but whenever I swatch these types of pinks, I always think of it like, man, I never go for them. When I wear them, I like them. So maybe I need to change and start picking these out to actually wear them because I like how they look on me. So next up we have EMMY. Have you seen Oscar? This is such a cute name. This is the red in the collection. That's every single OP red. The formula is fantastic. Opaque in 2 coats. I'm actually wearing 2 coats on my left hand and 1 coat on my right, and you cannot even tell the difference. So it has like some coral. There's some corally undertones here, and I don't even know if when they put up the description they're gonna say that it's a darker coral or if they're gonna say that it's a red with like orange and coral undertones. It just feels kind of like very springy, but also summery. And if you look at, I'm wearing it here. This is showing pretty accurate here on this lighting. This is a very nice, you know. Also, it's gonna be great for nail art. I'm actually just wearing 1 coat here on my short nails, and I actually would wear this like that out the door. 1 coat here, and I have 2 coats here. Always the second coat makes the color look more finished, have more depth, but with 1, you can be out the door, and it's fine. You're gonna get great coverage. The formula is amazing. So yeah, this was a very interesting and fun one. And normally when I do the videos, I don't wear the reds, but for this one, I was like, okay, this is fun. All right, Next up we have I'm Really an Actress, and I think this is a play on words on I'm Not Really a Waitress. The formula on this was insane. It sounds like a broken record, but it's true. It's very, very good, almost a 1/4. And there's a lot of detail in this. And I know in the picture might not show it, even in the live swatch it might not show it. But I don't know if you guys can see it here. This has a bunch of like glitter and even like scattered delicate holo. And even some like gold shimmer. And the base feels like this toasted red, kind of fiery orange red, you know? But it has the gold in there and the glitter and the shimmer and all that. When I look at it, it reminds me of like fabrics from the red carpet, you know? Like fancy dresses or something. Like it's a very interesting, look at that, very interesting color. Like you look at it and it looks like expensive. This is expensive. And it's one of the only ones here that have any sort of finish, so. All right, so now that we have seen all of them, favorites, these 3 are right up, you know, up there for me. I think the fact that this is an actual jelly, kind of squishy, love that. This yellow is very, very cute. And the green, you guys know I love green nail polish, and this one's so good. So even out of these 3, I have to pick the green. I think this jade spring green is very, very beautiful. It popped up for me, you know, caught my attention. And then also notice that they did this whole Pantone color of the year thing with the gray and the yellow. So if you follow that type of stuff, you would like these 2 together. And as far as least favorites, I don't really like even want to pick one because all of them are great. I don't have a single formula complaint from this collection. Out of like what I would wear the least, probably this 3, but that's because the competition here is kind of rough, you know. I think these colors are not things that I normally gravitate towards, but they're gorgeous. Like the formulas are great, the colors are vibrant, very, very beautiful. So if you like anything here, you can feel free to pick it out because you're not gonna have any problems with anything. So beautiful. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for coming to watch my review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.